You know, I don't care how good you are, how long you've been a woodworker, mistakes happen, catastrophic failures. Stuff just happens, all right? Let me show you an example, and then I'll show you how I'm going to fix it. Hello, and welcome to the Lost Pines Workshop. I'm JC Jensen. So, I'm building a dresser, right? And a dresser needs drawers. So, I'm hand cutting dovetails, half blinds, and through dovetails on the back, right? And I'm incorporating this lovely pattern on the front of each drawer. Well, you know, it takes a while to take rough sawn lumber, process it twice, get it to the right thickness, get it to the right length, get it to fit just perfect, and then cut out the joinery. All to have your CNC project, which was the last step prior to assembly, go catastrophically wrong. It happens, all right? Lots of things can happen. Lots of things do happen in woodworking, all right? So that was my problem. That drawer face is junk. But I'd already cut everything out. All right, so if you follow along in my Build a Classic Dresser series, you know, I've got this step-by-step method of how I'm doing all of this. And when these are first cut, we cut the tails. We leave all the waste in to use as a, it's basically support, so that when we use our marking knife to cut the, to mark the pins, it's stabilized on both sides, and you are able to mark precisely where you want your saw cut to be on the pin board. Groovy? Well, that's where I'm at right now. I've got my new drawer face all sized up. I've gone through the steps. I've marked the depth, the reveal, la da 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 da. It's ready to go. I'm ready to take the tail board and mark the pin board. So I'll zoom in here and show you what I got and how I'm going to try to deal with this particular malfunction. All right, so I have my pin board chucked up here in my Moxon vise, and I've used the Sean Shim to set my offset. Well, because these were already cut out, a little more of a challenge, so I just had to offset it, Sean Shim back, so that it still hits the bottom edge of the drawer. So that worked out. All right, so I am adjusted to my right, so I've marked all of the left side of the tails, and I'm going to go at it the same way that I did before, but instead of having the without having the waist as a support piece, I'm going to try and use my fingernail as my support to keep this guy straight and keep it from drifting, wobbling, or putting any angle of rotation into our cut. We want sucker to be, you know, perfectly straight up and down, nice and plumb. All right, so let's just see how it goes. I'm going to get it in here. I usually just go to town hacking at it, you know, sawing at it. All right, I'm just not going to be able to be as aggressive. It's too narrow for me to get my pencil in here and mark it. So this is kind of what I got to work with. I think it's going to be all right. So I'm going to do the rest of these, offset it the other way, go at it again. Same thing I just demonstrated. And I'll take this off and we'll see what it looks like. All right, so as you can see, it didn't come out quite as nice as when I have the full thing in there. Now, what I could have done is just use my marking knife, right? A lot of people do this. They simply use a marking knife to scribe a line through, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that method. I just like to have the width. I like to have the saw curve cut right here, especially, right? The lines are nice to follow, but if your dovetail saw will fall right into your mark, like mine do, It really simplifies the process. Reduces the amount of any induced error from a scribe line. Did you cut down the center of the scribe line to the left or the right? All right, this method using the marking saw works really well. All right, so here's an even better method, although I don't like using my gauge for it. So I did make my mark, which we could have done with a marking knife, and I'm using my marking saw with my marking gauge. And I'm simply laying this in that curve that I did create just to make these a little better. And I just drag it out. Keeps me plumb. I can get right to the baseline there. And it gives me a really nice line. This is kind of demonstrating another method that I've seen over the years of how people actually do their layouts and prepare. So there's always more than one way to do something, especially in woodworking. It's been around so long. You with me? Don't quit. Stay diligent. Keep making sawdust. And if you like this video, hit that like button. We'll see you down the road.